Hi Cambridge International School, I hope this video finds you well and you are ready for the episode 3 of our stunning and outstanding, highly acclaimed Netflix series, CIS School Purpose 2030 Vision. So our journey to date has covered a number of areas. We've talked about sustainable development goals, we've talked about our vision, mission and values, we've talked about our beliefs as a school, and we've talked about our essential agreements. So today I'm going to continue drawing out for you the CIS Roadmap, our direction, and talk about the next section or the next portion, and that's called high performance learning. I dedicate the whole time as this is a large area of our plan and it sits at the bottom as a building block, if you like a scaffold that we use. Yet it's difficult to provide you with a whole picture in less than 10 minutes. However, hopefully you're going to have enough of a good understanding of the framework at the end of this. The accreditation to become a high-performing world-class school, along with a number of other GEM schools like Jumeirah College, Royal Dubai School, Jumeirah Primary School, GEM's Wellington International School. This is what we want to become. And we're aiming for this over a 3-year journey. It takes 3 years to get there. We are partnered with one of the GEM schools that are already accredited as a world-class status school, GEM's Jumeirah College, and they work in partnership with us to support us to reach the same goal. So let's get started. High performance learning. It's research-based pedagogy philosophy, how we teach, that sees everyone as a high potential, high performer. Far more pupils than we ever previously thought have a potential to perform at the highest cognitive levels. High performance learning takes the ideas that were previously thought to apply just to high achievers and through a systematic framework applies them to all students. The results are remarkable, not just in terms of exam success, but also in building the competencies that enable students to thrive at university and in the workplace. There really is room at the top if we systematically nurture more children to get there. We can grow intelligence. We know that the brain is not fixed anymore. We know through neuroscience that the brain is elastic, and the more we use it, the smarter we get. The opposite can also happen, as you know, as we find as we get older. When we stop using it, we lose our intelligence. What we now need to do is shift teachers and parents' thinking from that fixed mindset to a growth mindset, that everyone can be smarter. Sadly, most of us think that in a fixed mindset, where they believe basic qualities of people like intelligence and talent are simply fixed. And this is not true. So we need to shift them to a growth mindset, where people believe that through dedication and hard work, the brain can grow and you can become smarter. So HPL was developed by a lady called Deborah Ayer. She undertook a detailed meta-analysis of 30 years of international research into how gifted and talented people think and learn, and identified a number of characteristics that these people exhibit. They can be divided in learner thinking and learner behaviours. Now these underpin high achievement in any subject. She called them Advanced Cognitive Performance Characteristics, ACPs, and Values, Attitudes and Behaviours, VAAs. What's important for us to understand by this framework is that it brings successful requires plan and strategy. You can't rely on just chance to deliver success. If you do, you might as well think you're going to win the lottery. Accompanied by hard work, the delivery of success is wholly reliant on a careful, meticulously structured process. And that is what we are doing. So HPL sets out 5 characteristics for students that need in the cognitive domain, or the ACPs, how to think. And 3 characteristics the student needs in the behaviours domain, if you like, that help them to be successful for life, because they can apply it to life. So what are they? I hear you saying. Okay, so the Advanced Cognitive Performance, the ACPs, how to think characteristics. So what are they? 1, creative, flexible thinking, fluid thinking, original thought. Number 2 is called meta thinking, how we think. That's self-regulation, strategy, planning, intellectual confidence. Number 3 is about connecting, linking things together, big picture thinking, seeing alternative perspective. So number 4 is analysing, logical thinking, precision, complex multi-step problem solving. Number 5 is realising, which is about automaticity, speed and accuracy you tend to get in your mathematics. So these are the 5 ACPs. So the next 3 values are the attitudes, values, attitudes and attributes, or the VAAs, how to behave. It's a behaviour. So the first one is about empathy, collaboration, being concerned for society, being confident in what you do. The second one is agility or agile, making an inquiry, open-minded, taking risks. The third one is about hard working, not rocket science. Practice, 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 perseverance, resilience. So many of these characteristics are also seen in our problem research-based learning approach. That, of course, is a fundamental component of an IB curriculum. It's not rocket science that you need these characteristics in order to apply your thinking and work in society with lots of other people. Look, there are many educational frameworks in the world that are fantastic. Bloom's taxonomy, Gardner's multiple intelligence, De Bono's thinking nets, habits of mind, visible thinking, and that's just to name a few, and I've used them all. As a whole school, we've been using all of them in a variety of ad hoc ways. But this framework allows us to work together with the students on one way of applying the way we think and behave to become the best that we can possibly be. So, to sum this up, the high performance learning framework is an attainable target for everyone. We can systematically teach students how to be smart, how to be intelligent and succeed. We produce students that are intellectually and socially confident to work in teams and be life ready with a global outlook and concern for others. It increases student academic results. It also allows shared teaching pedagogy across the school. So year on year, students get better and better at applying their thinking. So this year we've been part of the I Foundation program, as mentioned before. We are paired with GEMS Generic College, and they are our coach and mentor, if you like. And we have been having the professional development every second week, all year around this. It also gives us access to other schools around the world that are using the same framework so that we can share best practices and build cross-school professional learning communities. So next year we'll embark on the next stage of the HPL. It's called the Transformation Program. And again, year 2 of a 3-year journey. Then in the last year, becoming what's called an HPL world-class school. That allows us in turn to train and support other schools as we continue our own journey. So some of the visible things that you see around the school as well, in the classrooms you'll see the VAs and ACPs in Word and in images around the classroom. Teachers' lesson plans have them in it. Teacher understanding, changing of their approach to learning. Teacher and parent beliefs about that every student has the potential to be a performer. Teacher professional practice will be more reflective. Students' self-belief in themselves, that they have a growth mindset of, yes, I can. And students' approach to learning, which has been more engaged and taking greater risks and more automaticity in their thinking. And finally, student outcomes improve over time, along with a more empathetic classroom and school. So I'm excited by this journey, as it's an audacious goal, and I love stretching people, staff, students and parents. And I know we'll not always agree on everything we do. I know some parents don't understand our IB approach to learning, using, for example, some of the research-based or problem-based learning problems, where we look at real-world problems and we have to work in teams and you have to connect across subjects for one project. But that's okay. However, you know now this is our direction. You know this is our discipline. You know this is our approach to teaching and learning. And nothing is ever going to be hidden from you. So today we talked about high performance learning. So please take your time to visit that acclaimed Netflix series on our webpage titled CIS School Purpose 2030 Vision. I'm now hoping you can start to see how all of these things and all these parts come together. So the final episode is bringing these items together, where you will see how all this overlaps, the heart of our plan, the centre of the series, and the plot to the story. So I now leave you for this week. Be safe, be generous, be forgiving. We miss you all so dearly. Until we meet again, farewell for now.